Hello. Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Flesh Simulator. Do you love pasta alla rota but hate having to deal with the Parmesan wheel afterwards? So do I. So I present this. This is the Flesh Simulator pasta alla rota for one. It's slightly modified. You'll need the following objects. Some type of noodles. I'm using the Checo egg pappardelle. They're like wide fettuccine noodles. You need 1 cubic inch of, put this down, 1 cubic inch of real Parmesan Reggiano. You need an lemon. Optionally, a pinch of nutmeg, salt and pepper. I should salt this water, actually. You'll need cream, heavy whipping cream later on, a tub of shredded pecorino cheese, and then, crucially, what we'll get started with first, 1 gram of baking soda. Open up a lemon, and then squeeze out approximately 15 milliliters of lemon juice. Just into, this is what I'm using just because it's marked, milliliters of lemon juice. What you're going to do next is open up your gram of baking soda and begin to slowly sprinkle this in. It should fizz. You see, what's happening here, the reason that it's fizzing and foaming, is that the baking soda that I just poured in here is reacting with all of the citric acid in the lemon juice. What this does is this is going to form 15 milliliters of solution filled with, instead of citric acid, sodium citrate. This can act as like an emulsifier. Right, now that this is properly mixed together, I'm going to pour this into a different container just to hold on to it. Because also I need this. This is the only one of these I have to measure stuff with. Set that aside. Alright, the next step is to measure out 1 ounce of heavy whipping cream. You can see the marking right here. Get my face out of the shot. There we go. And then add this to a small mixing bowl. Now, the next step. Take your Pecorino Romano cheese. Typically, you can find this shredded. You can get the block, you can shred it yourself, but it doesn't really matter. And just put a solid, handful, like, enough to just sort of, like, get real slimy in this part. Like, just enough to really get everything coated all the way. You should be able to stir this around and get all of the shredded cheese coated with the heavy cream, that's really about the amount that you need. Then to this, add some freshly ground black pepper, however much you want. Optionally, just a little tiny amount of nutmeg. This is a matter of taste. If you put nutmeg in fettuccine alfredo, do it. If you don't, then don't. Salt to taste. I mean, you can usually do this at the end, but it makes more sense in the video to do it now. And then parsley. I get the pre-chopped kind because I don't know why, because I'm lazy. There we go. Open that up. That should be enough. You'll end up with some kind of concoction that looks roughly like this. Get that stirred together a bit more. And then I suppose just let this percolate. And this will. Now, by this point, your approximately 4 or so cups of water should be boiling. Add however much pasta you plan to eat. This is, optimized for 1, so I'm going to put in a third of this. Half of this I left. 6 minutes. Alright, while this is boiling, let's do a cocktail with dinner. Here's how to make a standard martini. Measure out 1.5 ounces of some kind of gin, like a dry gin, not like a flavored type. Add that to a martini glass. Measure out 1/4 ounce of dry vermouth. Garnish with a green olive. Here's how to make a dirty martini. Another 1.5 ounces or so of gin. Another little bit of vermouth. You don't really need that much. You can just measure it out in the cap. That would probably be pretty vermouthy. And then just sort of just give it a little one of those. Add a cocktail olive. Yep, that's vodka martini. 1.5 ounces of vodka. At this point, I'm just skipping the vermouth. Fuck that. Like, no one likes vermouth. Like, martinis are just a way to drink straight liquor. Cocktail olive. We're almost done. Make sure you have your cubic inch of Parmesan ready. Stick that on the end of something. I'm just using like a knife. Skewer. Now, drain the pasta. Just only loosely. Don't completely rinse it. Like, leave just maybe a couple tablespoons or so of the water in here. Like, so just like this. I'm trying to get it so you can see it. Like that. Shit. Now, take your cubic inch of Parmesan cheese. Using that to stir around the pasta. This functions the same way as, you know, putting it in the bowl made of $3,000 worth of Parmesan. Really kind of let that get in there. Turn it back on to low heat. Just to keep it from, you know. You'll know when it starts to melt because it'll start to get stringy. And that's when the next part comes in. Take this, your cheese cream slop, and just really get that in there. There we go. You should start seeing like sort of a, how am I gonna do this? Alright, here we go. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, you can see this sort of spider web, like, consistency that this pasta has now. I'm gonna turn this down to low. And that is where this comes in. This neutralized sodium citrate. Let's roll that around. Dump all that in there. This will act as an emulsifier. Otherwise be like a split and very gritty sauce. Oh no, shit. Alright, that's ready to plate. This appears to be Medicini Alfredo.
Right, I creep at night.